Hey, what is up everyone? Forever Late here. Welcome back to another video. And guys, today we have episode 2 of Dismantling the Kamino MOC. Guys, if you're new to this series, basically it is a dismantling series on how I go about the sorting and dismantling process of taking apart large-scale MOCs and basically showcasing how I sort them, basically what I do with all the extra parts that come from these MOCs. And with today's episode, it is coming out a little later than was planned, of course, because of the fact that I've been really busy this week. I had some family come into town, as well as work has been really busy this past week, so I didn't really have any time. I guess I could have started sorting some of the stuff, but I wanted to make sure I got most of it on camera. So with that being said, my plan for today's episode is of course taking down that platform and that platform slash pillar, basically getting these whole 2 base plates completely done. That way this front section is finished, and I can kind of tear down this table and have that extra space, I guess you could say, in my room. So that is the plan. Hopefully I can get to more in the back, of course, but those are the 2 main priorities I want to get done. If you guys are still enjoying this series and excited for episode 2, let me know in the comment section below and smash that like button. So with that being said, let's get on today's episode right now. Okay guys, so starting off today's episode, of course, going to show off what the MOC is looking like right now, of course, before I start dismantling anything. Like I said at the beginning, the plan is to, of course, take care of these 2 base plates first and foremost. So those are the 2 main priorities to get done. Like I said earlier, I would like to maybe work on the bridge, as well as maybe get another base plate of water taken care of. But the main focus, of course, in today's video is going to be finishing this up. That way this table is pretty much, uncovered, and I can pretty much just take it apart, or basically, of course, take it down. Now, if you're wondering, oh well, where am I going to put all this kind of extra stuff that's kind of on the sides? Don't worry, I'll focus on that later and kind of just move it somewhere else for the time being. But I want to make sure that this table kind of gets moved down, and I have that extra space in my room. So, of course, before I actually start dismantling, I wanted to show this. I'm going to start working on this one first, because of course it doesn't have the bridge connected to it right now. So my plan is taking this off, because this is very easily movable, I guess you could say, basically getting it off the base plate. So I'm going to move this off, take care of the water studs and all that first, and then work time-lapse taking apart all of this. Now, of course, this is basically dismantling this is probably going to be later in the day. I do have work in less than an hour, so what I'm going to be doing is basically getting as much done as this as possible, and then going from there. So with that being said, let's check on that progress update. Okay, quick update for you all. Of course, we did get those base plates taken care of and basically unstacked. All that's left of those 2 front sections, of course, is the platforms. So I have everything ready to kind of disassemble it. I'm going to time-lapse that in just a moment. But yeah, to kind of update on the water studs, this is what it's looking like. It just keeps getting more full. And yeah, I still have no idea what I'll be doing with that. So everything's pretty much sorted from the base plate sort of things. I ended up putting the 1x2 trans pieces right there, a couple of tiles, and a few other plates up here. So that's basically the process, how I'm going about it at the moment. Like I said, I'm going to jump into a time lapse in just a second to disassemble this and of course sort it through it. And I do expect a lot of the parts to come from this. I do not know what I'm going to do with all these parts, because I know for one, just the tiles alone are going to be nuts. But yeah, just wanted to make a quick update, and let's get into that time lapse right now. Okay guys, so continuing onward, as you guys just saw in the time lapse, We got the first platform slash pillar taken apart, so now we are down. One more to go. But yeah, this is what all the parts are looking like. Like I said just a moment ago, that there were a lot of parts that came to it. And I was expecting the table to get full, so I was pretty much accurate on that. So this is all the parts that were just used to make one platform. And remind you, I still have one left for this section, and then 6 more for that. So yeah, a lot of parts to go around, a lot of parts to sort. I'm going to put this all away, and then once that's all kind of cleared off, I'm going to dismantle that one next. Now I do want to point out that I do need to get ready for work in a few, just a little bit, so I'm going to see what I can put away first and then go from there. But I did want to kind of give you an update on what all these parts are looking like right now. There's a lot of unique pieces, like as you guys are going to see, like with continuing on with dismantling this stuff, you're going to see a lot of like parts that I have like a bulk item, especially like in this circumstance, this piece right here. I have a ton of these because they're all in each pillars, and I use up a lot of them. That's again all from one pillar, as well as like for instance of these 1x6 tiles in light bluish gray. I have plenty of those to go around. So with that being said, let's continue on with the video. Okay guys, so everything is sorted and put away. I of course did take apart the second platform off camera just because I kind of had to do it kind of back and forth. This week has been kind of busy with work and all that, so I didn't really have the most time to actually dismantle the last pillar and platform kind of all on camera, because I was kind of whenever I had a little bit of free time, I kind of just started taking it apart, and so I didn't really have time to put it on camera, which is fine because you guys got to see the whole time lapse of me taking apart the first one. So it was pretty much the same exact thing, same parts, nothing changed. But everything has been officially sorted, put away. We do have a bunch of new parts kind of just filling up this area. My 1x2 collection is definitely filling up again. But everything has been sorted. I put some more stuff in some more bins. And yeah, so we actually are hitting my goal. I know this episode's coming out a bit later than I would have wanted, but honestly I'm completely fine with it, making sure that the whole front section is taken apart. By the next episode, what I'm planning on hopefully getting done is getting this table right here pretty much taken down, everything kind of scooted under that table, and kind of like reorganize this a bit because I still have a little bit of junk right there and a few things of course on the side. So by next week's episode, or the next episode in general, this should be down, and it's, you know, this should just be the last section. Of course, I do want to make sure that I can get these areas taken apart. I know this is going to take probably the longest time, but as long as I can get this done within the next next 2 episodes, I guess you could say, then we will be all right. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed today's episode, and let's get out to that outro. Okay guys, so that was episode 2 of Dismantling the Kamino MOC. I really hope you all enjoyed today's episode. I know this is kind of coming out a little later than I would have liked to, but sadly, work has been really stressful the past couple days, and I'll probably explain that in the next video or so later, but I really didn't have too much time to actually like dismantle the thing. So for instance, the actual dismantling of the second platform, I basically destroyed the first one, and you guys saw that all that on camera, but the second one you really didn't. That's because I had to do it off camera, because I was basically bouncing back and forth trying to get it done with the little time I had. So like one part I was kind of just taking apart the platform, and then that was it, and then the next day I was working on the pillar. So I just decided, you know what, I don't want to film this as kind of like me trying to stressing out on time. So with that being said, I am happy that the front section is completely dismantled and done. All we have left is the back section, and luckily we're pretty much on track. As long as we get that at least half of that dismantled in the next week, or by the next episode, then that's fine with me, because that means that the last episode, which again I'm trying to keep this in 4 episodes, we'll be able to get that done. So that is happy. That does make me happy that we're on schedule. And yeah, again, I do apologize for this week's episode coming out late, but I do hope you all enjoyed. If you did, definitely show some love by smashing that like button, as well as if you're not new to this channel, definitely subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.